Welcome back, everybody. So today I want to try something new. It's been about 5 years since I posted my first video of this world, so I thought maybe we would go on a tour and I'll take you through all the places I've built. It'll probably take a while, but here we go. So this little white block is the spawn area, the center of the world right there for spawning. And when I first spawned, it's in pre-release 1.7, we were on this gigantic ice plain. Now this was back in October of 2013, which is a long time ago. So as we swing around here, you can see the villager breeder and the iron farm, which we'll get to later. There is this little cove over here with some water and some trees and stuff where I decided it'd be a perfect place to start. Since everything else looked like we're so icy, this is like the only place to start. So we'll come by around here and you can see I've added, just a few farms. It's very, very simple here. Simple little holes in the wall for places for the villagers to live. I've got a couple I've converted that live in here. But the main thing with the 1.7 was there's some additional fishing features. So I built this dock mainly so I could try out the new fishing and see what kind of goodies I can get. As we go over the rest of the village here, there's not much to see, so we'll head on over here into my first little hole-in-the-wall hut. And it basically looks almost the way it did when I first started. So we'll go on and take a look on the inside. So here is my starting house. Just a hole I dug out into the hill. I've left it basically the way it was when I started. Added a little storage later on. And some furnaces. And that's about it. Not much. I try not to change much. I kind of wanted to leave it the way it was. Got my psychedelic 70s carpet in here. A little mushroom farm area I've got over in this corner. One of the first things I did when I got my spawn was to dig down, because I need resources. Put in a sugarcane farm, one of these automated pumpkin farms, which uses the repeaters to collect the pumpkins with the pistons. And then I really just dug down and down and down, all the way down. Did not even take time to make this a nice stairway. It's kind of crude, but it is the first one. Let's get down here. And as I've needed resources, I've chopped it out. But I cleared out quite a bit of area through here. All the way down to bedrock, and then just put cobblestone on top to even it out, because the bedrock is not even. You get a bow and get rid of that. Oop, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Get rid of that creeper. Oh, I need to put a torch here too. Oh, come on. If I get a better angle. As you see, it's basically a big, not a strip mine down here. It's just a big mine. The whole underground of the spawn area is a mine. So that's where I've gotten a lot of resources. And it's kind of cool, because I like the big open space once you get all the way to the ground. Usually it's so cramped. And if you come over here, I've got a big furnace array. So I've been digging out, we're using all the lava. There's a bunch of lava in there to convert all the cobblestone over into smooth stone, because I didn't have a silk touch for the longest time. So that's really all we have down here. So let's head on back upstairs and take a look at the rest of the base. So I cleared out this area here, put in walls later and changed in the storage, and then built the nether portal so I could travel. Added extra storage here and there. Got more storage in this corner. I started out, had a big map wall. As you can see, this is where we're at. over here and spawn around there, but there is ice. That's all we have. Snow, snow, snow. That's what I ran into when I was looking for anything for the longest time. I just found snow. But then so we just got this little oasis here on the edge of a snowfield. Let's see. Next, well, one of the things that I noticed right off the bat, there were a bunch of caves that were helpful. But over here, I carved out this area, got some storage, got, you know, where I keep all my mobs drops and stuff and armor. I got enchanting too, lots of books. Got a lot of those from fishing. But here is a mob spawner that was really close to the surface. So let's take a look. Just behind this wall, you'll see there is a skeleton spawner. Oh, ow! A skeleton spawner with a very good shot skeletons. Oh, dang it. Let's just close this up. Some food. I'll have to block up that hole later on. So I went up here and did put in a passive mob spawner up there, just a dark room. And then down here is where all the mobs drop. Had the skeleton show up in full armor. Isn't that amazing? Some of it's even enchanted. But he just spawned that way. I think he's very rare. And then all the other skeletons just show here. I got a little pressure if I need to get rid of them. Although it didn't look like it was working properly. Basically, I just kill them all. And then the hoppers will pick everything up. And then I've got a system that kicks it up top. So nothing fancy there. And this goes out into the cave again. So I had to light up a lot of this cave around here just to keep the mob count lower. And then down here, this is relatively new. I've added in more storage just to keep more of my drops because I've got quite a few of them. And then a little burner area over here where I burn extra bows and produce dirt, rock, and gold and that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, so that's the surface right there. So this mob, spawner is very close to the surface. I got very lucky. So I added in a fishing hole here so I could be fishing while the mobs were generating and before I could kill them. However, I noticed it wasn't giving me great results. So I was reading up on it. You need to open it up to the sky so it has there's sky over the water. And that really helps the mob drops or the fishing drops when you're waiting for the mobs to collect so I can kill them all and get their XP and stuff. But instead of just making a hole with sky access, I decided just to build a nice tower. So I thought that came out pretty good. It's not really functional as a tower. It's just, better than having an opening in the ground that you could look down and fall into the water with. So back up top here, got a few farmers running around. And then over here are some stables I added. And this was actually added about March of 2017. So that's what, 4 years? Almost 4 years after I started the world. Because I went out looking for resources, taking some horses and donkeys and stuff, and I needed a place to put them when I got back. So this is the place. I think it came out pretty good for a barn. One of the first barns I've built, so actually I do like it. And then I just put the horse armors and stuff I found in there, kind of to make it look like it's a stable. So that is outside of that. So if we head on over this way, we will come to the iron farm. That was added back in March of 2019, my notes say. So the iron farm was 5 years after the world started, and it's gone through many iterations. So most of this farm is just decoration to make it look cool, which I think I actually accomplished. I'm very happy with the way this one came out, even after all the changes and stuff. But it's still a simple iron farm with villagers in little chambers, a zombie there now to scare them, because that's the new thing you need. So I've got the zombie there threatening these two guys with an arrow. As we come across here, each chamber just has a couple villagers, 2 or 3 of them in there, and then we've got our zombies. But it came out rather nice, so let's go take a look on the inside and see some of the details. And there's the world spawn over there. So that gives you an idea of where we're at in relation to that. And this iron farm here is very productive. It's pretty simple. It's just a 2-story. Got chambers with got those chambers up there with the villagers and monsters, but it produces quite a bit of iron. And I've got chests or barrels now of iron blocks, so that gives me quite a few resources. Of course, I got lots of the poppies too. I guess I can make a lot of red dye if I need to. But it's pretty simple. The golems fall down, die in the lava, and then I collect the drops. And just to head over here to finish things up, we've got crossroads. I was very good at building a lot of roads when I first started. So we got some that go to each of the different places. And if we take this one over here, I just want to show you the not the zombie, but the villager breeder. Well, this line here, the little white blocks, that marks the territory for the spawn boundary. So everything over here is in the spawn chunks, and then everything over on this side is not. So that's why I put the iron farm inside there, but I left the breeder outside of it because I didn't want them breeding constantly. And this is about as simple as you can get. It used to work, doesn't work now. It's got lots. It was very productive in its day. It's kind of ugly on the way it looks, but that's, par for the course in some of these things. I've got the lava there is to prevent all the zombies and stuff when they come wandering to kill the villagers. They'll fall down and die in the lava. So that's kind of the security protection. And then it's collecting them was very simple on this one. I'll add the bridge here. So if you go take a quick look down here, I've just got a water stream that catches them. So they'll all funnel under the ground where I can get them on a rail. But right here I've got a trapdoor. And it's set up so only a baby will fall down through it and the big villager will not. So I can collect all the babies. Or I can open up both trapdoors and let the adult villagers fall down too. And I guess we'll swing by and look at the collection area, even though this is pretty defunct, but it is a tour, so you gotta go through history as you go through a tour. So I had this rail, and this rail actually went all the way over to the iron farm, but I would have the villagers here, and then the rail would pop over and collect the villagers and put them in the rail cart, and then we go all the way back up over to the iron farm. So that pretty much covers the first part of this tour. Hope you are going to enjoy this. It's kind of interesting for me too to go back and look around and see what I've done, and because I don't get to visit all these places too often because I move on to the next project and keep doing it. So I'm going to end the episode here, and then we'll move on probably over to the next village over and give you a look on that one. I'm trying to go semi-chronological, but it won't always be that way. But for now, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy, and hope you come back and catch the next one. Bye-bye.